Biological immortality is real. Meet the animal that doesn't age. It can live forever unless something kills it. It sounds like the stuff of science fiction, a creature that never grows old, that could, in theory, live forever. But this isn't fantasy. Deep in the world's oceans, drifting with the currents, lives a tiny animal that has cracked the code of biological immortality, the Turritopsis dohrnii, better known as the immortal jellyfish. At first glance, Turritopsis dohrnii is unremarkable. It's about the size of a pinky nail, transparent, and easily overlooked among the dazzling diversity of marine life. Yet, within its delicate bell and trailing tentacles lies a secret more profound than any buried treasure. While nearly every living creature on Earth is locked into the same fate, grow, age, and die, the immortal jellyfish has found a loophole in life's contract. Here's how it works. The life of a jellyfish usually begins as a tiny larva, which settles onto a surface and grows into a polyp, something like a miniature sea anemone. The polyp then buds off into the familiar medusa form we recognize as a jellyfish. For almost all jellyfish species, that's the end of the story. They float, feed, reproduce, and eventually succumb to old age or predation. But for the Turritopsis dohrnii, dying of old age isn't inevitable. Instead, when faced with extreme stress, starvation, physical injury, or environmental changes, it performs a biological magic trick. The jellyfish transforms its adult cells back into a younger state, reverting to a polyp and starting its life cycle anew. Scientists call this process transdifferentiation, where mature cells morph into entirely different types, essentially hitting the reset button on aging. Imagine if a butterfly, instead of dying, could turn back into a caterpillar and begin again. Or if a human, at the brink of old age, could transform back into a newborn. For the immortal jellyfish, this isn't imagination, it's reality. Of course, immortality in the wild isn't quite the fountain of youth we dream about. The jellyfish is still vulnerable to disease, predation, and the hazards of the ocean. But in terms of aging, cellular breakdown, inevitable decline, death by old age, Turritopsis dohrnii stands alone. It may be the only known creature to have achieved true biological immortality. Scientists are only just beginning to understand how the immortal jellyfish's remarkable life cycle works and what it might teach us. Could studying its genes and cellular processes one day help humans fight aging, cure degenerative diseases, or even extend our own lifespans? The questions are as tantalizing as they are difficult. For now, the immortal jellyfish drifts on, a living paradox, forever young in a world where forever is almost always out of reach. It reminds us that nature, in all its complexity, can still surprise us with wonders that seem to defy the very laws of life.